We work with the legislature to establish an Office of Election Crimes in the Attorney General's office. And so after the 2020 election, there were illegals brought up on charges who voted illegally in some of these elections on the local level were decided by 50 votes. So it does matter. And some of the illegal aliens said, well, I was told I could vote by someone in like Broward County or whatever. And I don't actually dispute that. I think that's probably true. But the part of the reason why they are able to register to vote is because there's no declaration that you're a U.S. citizen when you register to vote. So we want to put on our forms a declaration where you have to declare under penalty of perjury you're a U.S. citizen. And then if you declare that and you register, then the crime is committed right there, even before you vote. And the reason why that's important is because if you prosecute them after they voted, the vote is going to count. If you get them after they register but before they vote, then we've prevented the election from being infected. Now, the bill that they passed doesn't do what needs to be done on voter registration at all. And I think we got to be very, very tough on that. So you have, and then the linchpin of all this is we want a duty for all state and local law enforcement agencies to cooperate and participate with the Trump administration's efforts. That's what they've called for in the executive orders, and we need to step up there and do it. What the legislature did, they do not impose any duties on any agency to be involved in any meaningful way. They did say you got to, at the jails, you've got to allow ICE to pick people up. That's already the case in Florida and the vast majority of jurisdictions. And obviously I support if someone's in jail that let ICE come and get them. But that is woefully inadequate for what we really need and what I think the administration's called for. So we need to have that participation, because if you look at the numbers, they've done a lot, but you're talking about like 1,000 arrests a day. I think those will go up, but I mean, if you extrapolate that, that's like 1.5 million over a 4-year period. That isn't going to be enough. Like Biden let in 10 million on his own, right? So they're going to do more in the Fed. There's no question. They'll beef it up. But unless you have state and locals assisting and being able to bring illegal aliens for deportation, being able to end, catch, and release, do all these things, none of this stuff's ultimately, the problem's not ultimately going to be solved.